Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley Sisters. I'm Jessica, also known as Naturally Nitty, and this is episode 244.
Yes, and I'm Allena, also known as Starnitz. Today is May 2nd, and this is our bi-monthly podcast. If you are a first-time watcher, welcome. If you're a returning watcher, thanks for coming back. And for all you house cuppers out there, it's a planning podcast. Woo!
Knitting podcast. Yeah, so grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us. Um, all right, so advanced studies, newts. Uh, if you're doing one,
You should
you
have already
may
proposed.
propose. But from May 1st to May 31st, you can post your 50% um, benchmark for 75 points. Owls, get your proposals in from now until the 22nd. And Order the Phoenix, when does that start? Let's see. May 8th at noon. That's different. It
Yeah,
opens.
I think they're changing the time. It's not the POT time.
Well, because that was always like crazy. That was like, mine was always
Well, I mean, it's POT time, but it's noon.
like 2 a.m. I think maybe people don't want to stay up that late. I don't know.
I don't blame them one bit.
So noon until May 19th at the very, very end of the day is when you can propose your brooms, which is a 6 to 8 week project for you. So yeah, and then the actual crafting starts May 26th
Oh,
through
that is fun.
through June 30th. So it's a good part of summer. Trying to think if I want to do something for that.
I was thinking about it, but then let's read on and tell you what the headmistress challenge is because I think I might do that instead.
Okay, so each student worker may complete 5 of the craft projects in the closet that were started before May 1st. Sorry, this is the first time I'm reading this.
Like, look at my face. I'm so excited. It's like you
That's
finished
great.
all your things.
I don't really have a lot of stuff like that though.
Oh, well, I just failed my like 10th detention owl attempt, so we're good to go.
So I do have that one sweater, the Hermione sweater. Anyways, Ravelry and non-wrap crafts are acceptable for this challenge. We are only accepting whips on this challenge. They must have been started prior to May 1st. Please submit each project in separate posts. This challenge will be open May 1st through July 31st. Wow, so you can do it like now. So that's crazy. Let me think. I'm gonna have to think. I mean, I won't think right now, but I'll have to think about that.
Well, I am thinking I'm going to try and finish some things that I've been working on. Andy's vest. Also, I have a lot of sewing to do, and it's stuff that I've cut, which constitutes being started. So I couldn't turn it in for a class this month,
True.
so I can turn it in for Headmistress Challenge, which is nice.
That's crazy. I'll have to search through. I'm sure I have some projects. I act like I don't have any whips, but I do. I just like hide them and forget about them because I'm upset with them. I know I have Hermione sweater, which I think I'm on the 3rd time doing the sleeves. I don't remember.
So you can think about that, but that is something that you could do and get points for your detention stuff.
It's really cool. That's a cool way to like not have to do the detention owl or
The detention newt, which I missed. Did I talk about this last time?
Newt. But yeah, pretty much did
Not really the detention newt, but whatever it's called, it's the detention newt. And I totally missed it. There was only 8 spots, and I'm like, if I had known about that, I probably would have proposed one.
They might open it up. I don't know. I have no authority on this, but this is like the first time they're doing it. So maybe they'll have more spots available on the next round. Who knows?
Yeah. Anyways,
that's exciting.
Because if I had known about that, I could totally finish that sock yarn blanket that I started how many years ago? Maybe finish.
Or at least get some more progress done on it.
All right. Okay. Next up is Quidditch.
Oh, yes.
So Quidditch is conditioning, working those small exercises over and over until you can perform them without thinking. For this training session, do repetitive drills, warm-ups. Craft 3 of the same items or craft something in which the pattern repeats at least 3 times. Spinners spin at least 3 skeins of any ply or skein with at least 3 plies. where each ply is from a different bobbin. Dyers use at least 3 colors for a single skein in a repeating fashion, or dye 3 skeins in the same manner. If 3 skeins are dyed, you must show all skeins being dyed separately, not dyeing in one big skein, then re-skeening into 3 or more smaller ones. So, there's a few steps. And there's in crocheters in general. Crafters craft 3 items, such as 3 hexapuffs or 3 sweatbands, or craft something with at least 3 repeats of a pattern, such as cables, or it cuts off lace, I think. Let me see. Or 3 repeated lace motif. Yeah. For this match, each individual piece of a pair of socks, mittens, or other items usually required to be submitted in pairs will count as one item. For the multiple items options, thus you would need a pair, can be a Dobby pair, plus the first of another pair, which doesn't have to match or be the same size. If you are choosing pattern repeats to meet the prompt, your normal house cup pairs rules applies, and you would need just one pair. You can earn 15 base points for this match. Awesome points are also available, and yardage bonus is in play as per the house cup rules.
That's all sorts of fun.
Non-ravelry crafts are accepted.
So that's cool. I might spin. I have the spinning bug. And if I can spin 3 different skeins and get yardage for all that, that's crazy lots, right?
Yeah.
Or this would be a great one to do 3 squares for the Sunshine Committee.
Yes. I don't even know why I never thought of that. Oh, yes, I do. I will tell you about it later.
Okay.
So, classes. We can get started on classes now that we're done with advanced studies.
Okay.
So when you're playing the house cup, you only need 1 class to be safe for sorting. And these are what's important. The advanced studies you don't have to do.
Yeah, those are all above and beyond what's required.
First class, astronomy. Show your appreciation for and the understanding of black holes by crafting something round, crafting in the round, or crafting something that showcases both bright and dark elements. Non-ravelry crafts will be accepted if they fit the prompt. Prior approval is not required.
That's fun.
So that's really simple.
Yeah. Very cool. I told you about this, but not our listeners. Our couches are faux leather and have been like ripping, like the stuff is like coming off and it looks hideous and horrible, and we can't really afford to get new couches right now. So I talked to Joe and he said that I could purchase yarn, but I want to crochet pretty much giant granny squares and then put elastic through them so they like cover. I mean, they won't go all the way completely around the whole entire thing, but the tops and the sides, and then elastic, but it'll be like cozies for the couch cushions. That's my plan.
That's kind of awesome.
But that go in the round, right? Does square count as going in the round? Because I'm going around and around.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my plan for this term, is to make 4 of those, and they're big couch cushions, so it'll take a bit. I just need to order the yarn because I'm going to do acrylic, so it's washable. Anyways, all right, moving on. Or do you have any ideas for that?
No.
It's pretty basic. Hats, anything in the round.
You can make socks. If you can knit socks in a month, more power to you.
You could craft something round, like I bet you could spin and say like the ply makes a round yarn.
Yeah, you could also do like a ball or a hacky sack, or like an amigurumi, because those are in the round.
Yep. Or bright and dark elements, so like light and dark. Anyways, cool. All right, moving on. Charms. The prompt this month is to craft something in the colors of a flower or flowers. Please include a photograph of your chosen blooms. So the FAQ first question is, can we use multiple colors? Of course, but for every color you choose, you must include a picture of a flower or flowers in that color. For example, your project can be white and include a picture of a lily, or your project can be pink and purple and include pictures of roses and lavenders, etc. You can also choose a flower with multiple colors to represent your project. For example, your project can be black and yellow, and you include a picture of a sunflower. But a project inspired by a sunflower could also just be yellow. Your project can have any or all the colors of your chosen flower. If your project has numerous colors, you could include a picture of a bouquet that showcases all of your chosen flowers and their colors.
That makes it easy.
Huh?
I said that makes it easy.
Yeah, you just got to find a bunch of different pictures to represent all the colors you got. Okay. The second question, does my project have to be photographed with flowers? It can be, but it doesn't have to be. You can take a picture of your project amidst a field of flowers, but including a picture of your project along with a picture of flowers from the internet is also fine. But if you take a picture of your project with a flower that is not the color you are using, you also make sure to include a picture of that flower. Some extra clarification on this point. If your project is pink and you take a picture of it with a pink flower, you're good. If your project is pink and you take a picture of it with white flowers, you must include a picture of a pink flower, either that you took or from the internet. Both are fine. Um, or you can just include a picture of your pink project and a picture of a pink flower. Another question, does my photo have to be of a real flower or can it be fake? We will only accept photos of real, natural, undyed flowers in their unedited state. A painting or a photo manipulation would not be acceptable. What counts as a flower? The blooms and blossoms of stems, shrubs, trees, and vines. We will only accept the colors from the actual blooms. The stems themselves and the other parts of the plant will not be acceptable color choice. So just like the petals, not the
Flowers.
stems or leaves.
Yeah.
When in doubt, put another picture of a flower with it.
Yeah.
So that's easy though, because there's like tons of colors of flowers, like pretty much any color out there you could find. So make something and then find a flower to go with it. I don't really have a plan for that one.
I don't either, but did you notice that all of our manors have flowers after them? And I don't know if your manor, when you go into it, like they have like the welcome back, introduce yourself, tell everyone about yourself type of thing. And mine had, which is the Emerald nest manor, um, had, if you were a flower, what kind of flower would you be? And that's a very interesting question.
Huh.
But anyways, flowers are a theme.
I haven't been, I popped in just to say hi. I didn't answer my questionnaire or anything. I was away for the weekend when manners were handed out. I mean, we're in the same manners we were last term, but I haven't been on in the last week. I will be after this. I was busy.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, we're just talking flowers. So, consumer and family science. Your task: craft a new product to be sold at Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Tell us why you think your creation is the next big thing. Non-ravelry crafts are happily accepted. The FAQs for this is: do I need to craft something that is entirely new or never before seen? No, you may craft an ordinary object, but give it some new magical property that would make it fun to buy at the Triple W joke shop. For example, you might knit a winged hat that causes the wearer to soar up into the air. Question: do I need to include my pitch to the Triple Ws? Your pitch may be a simple statement of why a witch or wizard would like the product. Of course, if you would really like to flex your entrepreneurial muscles, make a more elaborate case for why your product should be sold by the Triple Ws, and we'd love to hear that too. Bonus points are always in play. So that's fun.
That is fun.
So you basically just have to tell a story.
Yeah. Which isn't always the easiest, but it should, why should it be sold at their shop?
Yeah.
Because they're awesome. Anyway, that'll be fun. I haven't got very far on that one though either. Actually, I haven't read the classes at all. So yeah. Do you have any thoughts on that class?
No. I don't have many
Okay.
thoughts. Sorry, I am like binding off socks 2 at a time, and I'm realizing I didn't leave enough. So I'm going to finish this sock and then take back a row on the other sock. Bind off.
That's funny. That's okay. I am kitchen.
And since I do them 2 at a time, I have to trade needles.
Yeah. All right. The next class is flying. The prompt is to craft something to modify or add to your broom that will make it uniquely yours. Non-Ravelry crafts will be accepted if they fit the prompt. Prior approval is not required. Ooh, so you could sew something like a basket or something that you could affix to your broom. Maybe I'll do that. I've been wanting to make another rope bowl basket, but with handles. Because I've been using mine for my new sweater.
Mine holds my weaving stuff.
But I thought it would be cool to like carry. But that's cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think.
Plus,
I think that's a pretty easy one. Like, make anything really.
yeah, you can make stuff fit.
So next up is herbology. Craft something that inspires you to boost your garden. By crafting something seed colored, seed shaped, or with beads, impress the professors with seed photos showing the color and shape of your project is a great way to gain bonus points. Yeah, this one was all about seeds.
That's cool. So like blacks and browns and grays and stuff.
Yeah. Or
So
even whites, because like pumpkin seeds are white, like when you see them. Also, some beans are white. Some beans are like brownish and red. So you could do like any colors.
yeah.
Yellow.
Yellow. Very cool.
So that's fun. Cabbage.
All right. Muggle studies. Your assignment this month is to craft an item for a baby, toddler, or child. This can be for a donation, a gift, or something to delight or nurture your own inner child. That's fun. Successfully completing all 3 Muggle Studies classes in this term will earn you extra bonus points in the final month. Ooh.
That's fun.
Non-Ravelry crafts will be accepted if they fit the prompt. Prior approval is not required. That's cool. I was like trying to do the ones that you get bonus points for doing all 3 months because
I like to try to do that, but then I forget about it. So
yeah, I totally do too. But it's still kind of fun.
sorry, let's get the crap out of me. Abby, leave the post-it alone. What? Oh.
She's so funny.
Okay, sorry.
I don't have any little people to craft for. I guess my children are still children.
Well, you can like craft for yourself too. I was actually thinking for that one because non-Ravelry crafts are accepted, and I'm out of the unicorn ragdolls that I make and sell sometimes. I might make some of those.
Those
Maybe.
are fun.
If I have time, because I actually really don't have time. I have a lot of plans for this month. So yeah.
Yeah.
Potions. Brew an antidote to common poisons by crafting one of your basic projects. This can be something simple that you make often or some kind of item that is more complex, but you find yourself coming back to again and again. If you choose to add an essence of something to fight a particular allergy, be sure to let us know how you've refined this basic potion. So this is like you went in and there were flowers everywhere and people were sneezing. So like allergies is like a basic thing that people fight, I guess. I mean, obviously people fight allergies, but I mean, like, it's a basic potion.
Right.
So yeah, that was a good one.
Well, that's
I'm not sure that I guess maybe like the grandma's favorite washcloths, which is pretty basic.
I don't know if I
But like other stuff, I just don't make all the time.
something you have to make often. Um,
Well, the dishcloths are something that I've made over and over again, or just a basic granny square because I've made basic granny squares for the Sunshine Committee. So that's
yeah.
something that I could do.
Um, I could probably just do a spin, like a basic 2-ply.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about spinning. Why did I not think of spinning?
You know.
I even gave my wheels a spa dip.
Ooh. Or weaving. I want to try and get some weaving in too.
So you could just do a basic, like I could do a basic 2-2-12.
Yeah, I could maybe do
Actually,
dishcloths, or dish towels because I've done those a few times that I keep doing.
yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Transfiguration. For your assignment, craft something related to a rabbit.
Yay! Okay. Sorry.
Just being bunny colored will not fulfill the prompt. So what is FAQs? What is related to a rabbit? Some possible examples: a bunny amigurumi or bunny images would be great. Craft with at least 10% Angora yarn or fiber. Something fluffy. Something with a pom-pom for a bunny tail. Pom-poms alone are not an acceptable Ravelry craft. Rabbits have big feet and ears, maybe something to cover them or that looks like them. Funny stage pictures might earn you extra bonus points. So you're going to have to make something and then pose with your bunnies.
I know, I was already planning that.
Because that's awesome. Oh, wait. And then, as our professors found out, bunnies multiply quickly. Craft multiples of something. Multiples must be 2 or more and be similar items. So 2 hats, 2 mittens, 3 socks, 4 blanket squares, but not a hat with two blanket squares. So all the same item.
I will accept the blanket squares if you make them.
Maybe this, yeah, I'll do that. Though I pulled together all my acrylic stash that I have, and I don't have that much. I mean, I have a good amount, but yeah.
I showed you the stuff I got from my friend Carol, right? I have a ton.
So that's a really fun one. But yeah, you're gonna have to pose with your bunnies.
I know. That's going to be a fun one. And yes, I actually think I might spin some of Lucius and Cleopatra's fur. So we'll see.
That's way cool. I wish I could come take your bunnies to take a picture with.
Yes. We could FaceTime and you could kind of do it that way.
Maybe. Or I could just edit it and have like a sticker of the bunny like on Snapchat.
So back to our regularly scheduled
podcast.
Mojo. No Mojo? I don't have any Mojo.
Nothing finished.
Okay, how about works in progress?
I am kitchening my Kia socks, which I say mine, but they're actually for Chloe, which has bigger feet than me.
Oh, I get Bella is wearing size 10.
She's still at 8 now. It's crazy. Wow, 10? That's crazy. Yeah. Anyways,
she's taller than me now.
Kitchening that. Let me set this down for a second. Get my other ones. I also am working on my Newt sweater, which is the January sweater from the Knitter's Almanac. I don't know how far it was the last time I showed you guys.
I think you were on the ribbing, maybe.
Oh, okay. So I have a good amount done. I'm really liking the pattern. It's like complex but simple. I don't know if that
3-ply, 4-ply. What did you end up ply structure?
a 3-ply, true 3-ply.
Okay. How is it showing the cables? Obviously good because I can see them.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it too.
You see it? So this is the it's called the fish trap pattern. So it's basically These ones aren't really, they're cabled, but it's like just a traveling stitch. So it's like 2 stitches that travel. Um, these ones, but I really like it. And then these are just a really simple twisted rib cable.
That's cool.
Like everything's simple, but it looks way cool. And I'm loving
Zipper in that?
yeah. Oh, so this is the back that I'm showing you. I it's Elizabeth Zimmerman is very kind of wordy with her
Computational?
patterns, and you kind of do what you want and blah blah blah. So anyways, like they have you cast on a certain amount, and then if you need to have more inches around, like you insert stitches in between the cable. But it's like the first cast on was a little nerve-wracking, but so on the back I just added some extra stitches in between these 2 cables, and I just did just a twisted rib, but just stitches. Like I didn't do anything crazy. But then on the front I left them stockinette stitch, so I'm going to seek right there. That's my seeking stitches. But I found, and I think it was Meg Swanson or someone did it. I forget how I found it. I think on Instagram. Anyways, you do a felted steek where you take a needle felting tool and you put stuff under here and you needle felt the stitches, like the 2 or 3 stitches in the very middle, and then you can just cut them. You don't have to like sew like a base, to secure it or anything if you felt them. I want to try it.
That's really smart. And I have a lot of those tools.
I thought I had tools. I need to search and find it. But that's the plan. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to do that here. And then also, so this pattern, you just basically, you knit this. You make a big tube of a sweater all the way up until I think the shoulders where you like cast off a few and you go back and forth and do a tiny bit of shaping for the shoulders. Then you come to the sides where I have little stitch markers, and you also steek your armholes, and then you just sew and you knit your sleeves, and then you just sew them together. Like there's no explanation whatsoever. So
Wait, like you are knitting the sleeves separate and then just like Kitchenering it together?
yeah, I'm guessing.
That's cool.
I'm like, there's some people who I kind of researched some who did what is it, saddle sleeves? I don't know, different types of whatever, but I'm like, I'm just going by the book and what the book says. I'm following and trusting Elizabeth Zimmerman because
They always turn out.
yeah. So but for the side seams, I have just one twisted knit through the back of the stitch. So I added a second one, and then I think in an inch I'm going to put a purl in there, just so I have somewhere to cut.
Yeah.
And not just cut that one stitch. So I'm kind of
right needle felting that then too.
Yeah, I'm going to do that as well. But I figure right now I'm almost up to where I'd want the armhole. So I'm starting that right then. I'm going to give myself some leeway. I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it. But I'm really loving it. This yarn is the Tarshi wool that I spun for my owl last term. And it's squishy and soft, and it's super lumpy and bumpy because that's how I curded it up. I don't know, you can see it's not the most perfect wool, but I'm really loving the effect of it in this sweater. I mean, traditionally, Aran sweaters were made for fishermen, and they spun it in the grease actually, and the lanolin kept it more kind of water resistant rather, for the fishermen, and kept them warm. But it was done in hand spun, traditionally back in the day. So I'm loving it and think it's very authentic-y.
Yeah, I really like the way it looks.
It's so soft, and I'm excited to have another sweater to wear. But yes, so I need to work on that. I actually, I need to figure out how many points I need for my 50% of my newts because I need to get going on that stuff. Oh, I didn't write this down, but when I was away this past weekend, I made a bunch of squares for you.
Oh, cool.
For the Sunshine Committee. And I was going to leave them for detentions, but I also have the socks that I'm considering. So I have 4 of these. So I could use a couple of these because I made them prior to May 1st for that Headmistress Challenge I just thought of.
There you go.
So I have all the ends to weave in is basically what I have to do. So I have 4 of them. But yeah, my goal is I want to make a bunch of them because I think it's a very good thing, those comfort hugs, for whatever reason. It's always nice to have those. So that's one of my goals. I really want to have stuff like that. Or I want to keep going on stuff like that. And I think that's it for my works in progress. What about you?
Okay. So I am obviously working on these socks, but I'm binding them off. I have this one finished, so I have to sew in the ends, and then I'll turn that in for tension when I finish this one. So there's these socks, which have been like how many months in the making?
Mm-hmm.
A million months, yeah. I also am working on Andy's sweater, which I think I'm going to continue to work on for the Headmistress Challenge. So I'm at the top part. I have to keep knitting a little bit more before I break off for the neck. But so it's not too much further. This is the back, obviously, and I have the sides to do still. And yeah.
It's looking good though.
Yeah, well, I have found, so it's a mistake rib pattern. I make a lot of mistakes. I guess I just can't, I don't know, count. Because I'll be like knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, and then you knit the other side. I don't know. Because there's sometimes when I've had to like tink back because I have the pearls on the knits and the knits on the pearls.
That's funny.
And because it's mistake rib and you're doing it on the wrong side, you don't see the ribbing part. You just see all the pearl parts. So, anyways, that's just like my brain doesn't compute it anymore. It's like really weird.
That's funny.
So, anyways, I'm also working on this sample for Fairy Tale Knits. Remember I talked about it. I really don't like fringe. I love fleece. So I finished the amount that the pattern calls for, but it was really short, so I'm extending it a little bit more, so it's actually like cowl length because it's not there yet. Okay. So, and then I'm going to block it because it was like maybe 20 inches short of where it should have been, though I was getting gauged, so I don't know. Yeah. So then I'm going to block it and then finish it so it's the right size. So that's turning out pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I haven't been working on it too much, I have to admit, and I'm sorry if Dawn, if you're watching this, I just don't like fringe, so I'm not loving it because of the fringe. But I love the colors and the fabric and the crocheting. Like it's like a
pretty
circle pattern, a wave pattern, basically. So it's really cool, you know, and they're really pretty. But I just don't like the fringe, so I've been like, meh about it. Why? I don't know. I'm just a lazy bum. And I've also been working on a slither hug. And here it is. So the baby blankets, because the Slither Sunshine Committee, we make baby blankets, and then we also do slither hugs for people who are going through a hardship or a loss. So, yeah. And I'm joining that one.
Very cool.
So I only just started, and the slither hugs are like a little bit bigger than the baby blankets because the baby blankets are like 4x4 and the Silver Hugs are like 5x5 or 5x6. I forget how many I pulled out. So that's what I did. So those are my actual works in progress.
They're 8-inch squares, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
And that's all that I have on my works in progress. So let's move on to You Spin Me Right Round.
Cool.
Okay, totally kind of spinning related. My friend shared the other day, Jimmy Fallon and Paul Rudd did this song, the You Spin Me Right Round song. Like they remade the original music video and they shared it. They must have did it on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I like watched it and I was laughing so hard. So Google that and watch it. It's hilarious. But anyways, You Spin Me Right Round. Do you have any spinning going on?
I do. I finished cleaning all the Romney fleece. It is nice and clean and fluffy, and just beautiful. I really liked flicking the tips because they were dirty, so that worked out really well. I ended up with 45 ounces of clean fiber, which seems like not that much because I'm pretty sure it was 6 pounds. So it came out to like 2.8 pounds. So I lost half the weight. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't the correct weight. I didn't actually weigh the fiber before.
That does seem weird that it's that much less. Did you have a lot of waste?
I mean, a good amount. I flicked the tips out, and some of like the tips maybe not broke off, but like I had good piles of stuff. Like when I don't know,
what, 4 pounds worth?
Not 4 pounds, like 3 pounds, but I don't know. Well, plus the lanolin, it was pretty greasy and dirty, so I don't know. But there wasn't a lot of VM. I really don't know, but it's like light and fluffy and beautiful. I don't really care that much. I don't know.
Oh, I do have a question. So when you flick those, so normally when I wash fleece, after it's washed and after it's spun out, I shake it out. Did you do that, or you just because you flicked first, you didn't have to do that?
Shake it out like
after you've cleaned it and rinsed it, and then
I put it. I have a spin dryer.
Yeah, no. After that, you shake the VM out.
Oh no, there was like no VM.
Okay.
No, it was like gorgeous. I think the my son just came home and it's in the middle of the day.
Hello.
I'm very weirded out. It's probably lunchtime for him. It's also his birthday.
Ooh. I forgot that it was.
Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, I think flicking the stuff out got all the yucky bits out. So then I just opened them up and like let them dry, and I flipped it over and let it dry. And there was a little bit of dusty dirtiness, like under the drying rack that I put them on. But this is like one of the cleanest things I've ever done, and I really think it was flicking out the tips.
I also have a question. So did you do the thingy that you do? Is he leaving now too?
Yeah, his friend is driving him. He forgot a book, I think.
Oh, when you have older kids and they drive. Anyway, your flicker.
Sorry.
That at all or no? The box thing.
The picker? I did before. Okay, so then I carded it up. Let me show you this stuff. It is gorgeous. So this is just a strip of it, but it's like the fluffiest, softest. There's like no VM in it. That's just a little thing. I carded it up in like 1 ounce batches because it's so fluffy. Like not much more would fit on the carder. Like it's just bouncy and like look at this. It's like gorgeous and fluffy and lovely. So I used my picker just a little bit, but I really didn't have to because let me get this. This is the stuff that is just clean. And like you can, let me see this here. you can almost see like the lock structure, you know, like here's the tips that I flicked out and here's the end, but like it comes apart so nicely. Like
That's cool.
it's crazy. So I did run it through the carder twice. Um, but that's it. Like super, super nice. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It was a ton of work. And I mean like a ton. I spent hours upon hours flicking those tips. Like I'd be doing it during the day. I'd do it before dinner, after the kids go to bed, like lots of time. It was hours of work, like way more than I normally spend on a fleece.
But you have none of the VM that you normally have when you
Right. It was a pretty clean fleece to begin. It wasn't covered, but like the tips were matted together, so there wasn't a lot of like big VM pieces, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's super clean. It's a lot cleaner than anything else I've worked with. I don't know. I don't know if it's a combination
that
between.
extra time is worth it then.
Yeah, it was very awesome. I'm very happy with it. But yeah, super fluffy and soft. It's just Romney, so you know it's not like merino soft, but it's still soft and fluffy. I'm loving it. I'm in the process of let me see if I can pick this up. My wheel. This one's not that light, but spinning it right now. I have to spin 4 ounces of each of my fleeces for my needs. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. I'm just going to do a 2-ply. Um, while I was cleaning it and seeing it dry, I envisioned myself having a big, excuse me, either circular or square giant shawl slash blankety type thing, like that I could just wrap up in. I don't know why. Like that's just what I envisioned. So we'll see if the yarn that I produce from spinning this will lend itself to that.
Technically, with 2 pounds or almost 3 pounds, you could definitely get that.
Oh, I'm sure. I just meant like how the yarn looks when it's finished. Like if it look good.
So, I missed the new thing.
It's okay.
Talked about that earlier.
Oh yeah.
But I proposed an owl.
Yay.
I had asked Jessica for help yesterday, which is not a problem.
Sorry.
Because she does the points things really well, and I wasn't in the frame of mind to do it. But I went to bed last night and I was like forgetting something. And then at 2 this morning, I woke up and I remembered that I had put the fabric that I bought in the washing machine but forgot to put it in the dryer. So I got up and went and did that. And then I couldn't go back to sleep because I was thinking about my owl. So I sat down and typed it all up and proposed it at 2:30 in the morning. Thank you very much.
Wow.
So it's an alchemy owl because I'm an owl mistress, and I proposed to do potions and transfiguration. So it's like a dream processing fleece thing. So originally I was going to do all the fleeces I have, and I have a picture that I posted, but then I was like, that's like a newt level amount of work. I'm not going to propose a newt as an owl because that's just killing myself. So like that's what I put the picture I posted.
Yeah.
And what I'm actually going to do is all of this stuff down here and the Cotswold in that really cool bucket that I found at Walmart for $5. I'm going to clean, and it hasn't been approved yet, but this is what I proposed. I'm going to clean all that, and then the horned Dorset right here, I have 6 ounces of that. I'm going to clean it and process it and spin that into sock yarn, a crepe sock yarn.
Good luck with that.
And when I bought these fleeces from the spinning loft, I fell in love with this East Frisian right here. It was just like buttery colored. And I know that's like the lanolin in it, but it was just this beautiful, like shiny wool. Like shiny. Let me see if I can find it. So I like fell in love with it. So I'm gonna take that one And see, it's just so pretty. And like, look at the crimp. Anyways,
Very
it's
nice.
not going through, but it's just really pretty, and it smells lovely. Like, some people don't like the smell of sheep's wool, but I love it.
I love it.
Anyways, so the requirements for a potions owl is to clean and process 1 pound. So I'm doing 70 ounces, which is like 4.5 pounds. And I originally I have like a 4 pound CVM fleece to process too, and I had that in my original.
I was gonna say, you're like, I'm only doing these and these. I'm like, what are you not doing? Because that still seems like a lot.
Yeah, so the one that I'm not doing is in the box.
Okay.
Let me find that picture again. So in this box right here, I'm not doing.
Okay.
But I'm cleaning it all, and then I'm going to card up a pound, not so the 8 and 6 is 10. So I'm gonna card up enough, and then I'm gonna spin 6 ounces. Well, it'll be a little bit less because I will lose some in the cleaning process.
Right.
But yeah, so that's what I proposed, and I hope it gets approved.
Sounds good. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help you.
It's okay. I figured it out. So I figured I gave each of the ounces a point. So there are 70 points. And then 10 points for carding up each of the Dorset. And then 10 points for carding up the Frisian. And then 10 points for spinning the Dorset. So then that equals 100. And it just made it easy. So that's what I did.
Yeah, I just play around with points till it looks right. And then sometimes I'm like way off base. But like this fleece that I just did, like I probably should have gave it like 15,000 more points than I actually did.
Right.
It took
So,
me way longer, but
yeah. And that's what I put in the like points to consider. I'm like, cleaning is going to be all of my months.
it
Like, term.
seems like it's not that much work, but it really is.
It is a ton
Work
of work.
other ones, otherwise I'm not going to make my 50%.
And then processing is even just as long.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I put that in there. So I'm like, what I'm going to start with the Dorset so that I can have it in roll-ag form early enough to spin it so that I can spin it, basically. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So because I'm going to wash each of them separate or like in their own bags, because I want to keep the wools by themselves. And they're all, most of them, like the Frisian is not. And then I have a couple of stuff that I got from the 1776 Shepherdess before the Livestock Conservancy opened up their Shave 'em, Save 'em. So it's not totally Shave 'em to Save 'em, but it's most of that stuff. So I'm excited for that. I hope it gets approved.
Sounds awesome. I think it will.
I hope I can actually finish it. Like, really? Because it is still pushing Newt work so much, but the cleaning part. And I'm planning on using the Snurb Yarns method of flicking first. So yeah.
Very cool.
I also this morning started spinning my Cormo that I turned into Rolex, like I forget how many months ago, to spin for that fisherman sweater. Well, Aaron sweater.
Yay.
So I started spinning that. So I think I'm just going to start turning that in for classes. So
that's smart, because then you don't have to do it all at once, and you can do however much you want, and then go to town.
And that's why I was asking your ply structure, because I'm debating between a 3-ply or a 4-ply. Because the rounder the yarn, the better cables look like, you know?
Look it, I have finished socks.
Yay! Anyways, okay. Let me scroll on down.
Love them. Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited for spinning. That's for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
We're on binging now. Have you been binging on anything?
um, Not really. I mean, I was listening to some Harry Dresden books. Um, I forget where I stopped. I needed a break. Um,
Hey,
I
Nancy.
totally just saw your mailman. Anyways, thanks, Abby. Um, what was I gonna say?
Chris must poop his pants every time.
Reading wise. So I had listened. Yeah, I was listening to some Dresden Files, which were good, but I forget why I stopped. I think I just got busy doing stuff.
Well, you went to Crafters Retreat.
Yeah, and I had to pack and do all this other stuff and blah 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 blah. Anyways, so I was also watching some shows, Whiskey Cavalier. I still need to finish. I still have like an episode or two to listen or to watch. I started watching The Mindy Project now on Hulu. I believe it's on Hulu. But yeah, I love her from Friends.
Or you mean The Office?
My brain is not back yet, and I feel I don't know. I've been really out of it since I got back from Crafters Retreat, and it's been almost a week. Anyways, from The Office, yes, Kelly, but she's Mindy. Anyways, but the Mindy Project is pretty funny. It's like short little episodes again, 25-minute, whatever. But she's an obstetrician, and it basically has nothing to do with doctory stuff. It's just like her and her coworkers slash friends and her love life. Like she always watched romantic comedies. Like this is how they start the show. She always watched romantic comedies and like loved that and wanted to find romance. But in school, she did really good and was geeky and went to college and like didn't have anything to do with boys or whatever. And now she wants to find love or whatever. It's just kind of
Hilarious.
yes, it's hilarious, and she's hilarious. Like I love her humor. But anyways, so I'm enjoying that show. And then I'm also staying current on Grey's Anatomy and Station 19 and Shadowhunters. Oh, I also watched, I didn't write it down, but North South, which is like an old time period piece. I think it was on Netflix. Um, that I had in my queue for like ever. But it's only like 4 episodes. I think I would have watched it sooner if I would have known that. Like I didn't know it wasn't like a full like
It was
season.
like a mini series, I think.
Yeah. So that was interesting enough. I watched that while flicking ends one night. And I felt very in tune with it because it's like they do like cotton uh milling and stuff like that. So there's like fiber flying around in the show, and I'm like flicking fiber. um, let's see what else. I don't know. Um, oh, so reading. Like I said, I was listening to the Dresden Files, which I really liked, but I think I forget where it was. I think I was on Grave Peril or something. I didn't like where it was going, and I was really sad about Susan.
Yeah.
And I just stopped listening, I think, and was watching stuff. And then, anyways, at Crafters Retreat, at one point, I wanted to listen to something, so I had my iPod, so I just put on Harry Potter, the first book, and I listened to that, and I just finished it last night. So I'm about to start the second one because I think my mind just needed a break and something easy that I've already listened to that I don't need. I don't know I don't know that I know I like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't deal with Harry and his
It's
stuff.
hard. I have to take a break in between the Dresden Files because
So I don't know if I'll listen to all the Harry Potters, but for right now I'm going to start to actually, and I'm reading it to Trubin. I'm on the first book, because he's not the best of readers. He tried reading through them, but I don't think he could comprehend as well. He's in 4th grade. He probably shouldn't be there, but whatever. He'll like take a page and read it, and then I'll read most of the chapter. But we read a chapter a night, so that's kind of fun. And yeah,
that is fun.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
I have been reading a lot. Like I was reading the others the last time I finished
I
that.
wanted to start.
I finished that.
Thank
Um,
Sorry.
I did not reread Wild Country because I had read it right before I started reading the rest of them. Um, I then went on and got Clean Sweep from Audible and um, bought 3 extra credits so I could buy the other books in that series. So I listened to Clean Sweep and then Sweep and Peace, and right now I'm on One Fell Sweep, which it's the Innkeeper Chronicles by Alona Andrews. And actually, if you've read their Edge series, um, George and Jack in that series, which are Rose's brothers,
They're like the little ones, right?
they're in the Innkeeper Chronicles, but it's like another dimension, like world type of thing, which is kind of cool.
Maybe I'll have to give it another try. I listened to that first book of the Edge series, and then I think I tried listening to the second one.
So that series is
Thing.
like kind of a series, but not really. Like you hear about Rose in the first book, and then the next one is another person.
I
And
think that's why it like threw me off. I don't think I listened to the second one, and I was like, meh.
so the second one is cool because you get to see William and another woman, and then the third one, um, you it's like they take different people from the books and you
It's like their story.
which I haven't actually finished that series because I'm still waiting on that book because I got it and like it was corrupted and I have to wait for it to get it from the library again. So I have to finish reading the fourth book still, but they tie each of the people back into the stories, if that makes sense.
Maybe I'll have to. I think I was thinking it was like a series, and it was with the same. I
Yeah.
mean, it does. I think I didn't know that, and like starting the second one, I was just like thrown off, and I was like,
It's not like a series where it's all the same characters all the time.
right.
But the Innkeeper Chronicles it's about this girl who's like an innkeeper. It's so cool. Like I wish I had a house like that. That would just listen to me the way that her in listens to her. Anyways, so that's what I've been listening to. I haven't finished the third one because I went to Powhatan and I had a show. So then I came back and I've just kind of been lazing around the house because I'm tired. And then not yesterday, was that yesterday? Tuesday, what Monday we came back and I was like really tired and I didn't do anything but like watch TV. So this ties into binging. So like I've been binging like CSI and NCIS and Whiskey Cavalier and Legacy. I stopped with that because I'm trying to finish the originals first and then watch Legacies. But then I started watching Shadowhunters on Hulu because I was gonna watch them on Sling, but it's just easier to watch it on Hulu because it like toggles easier. Anyways, so I started watching Shadowhunters, and I have to say I absolutely love um, the guy they have playing Magnus Bane so much.
He's from oh my goodness. I can't think of the show where they sing
Glee,
Glee. Yes.
is he?
Yes. That's where I first knew him from, and I was excited because I loved him on Glee.
Well, anyways, I love Magnus Bane, and um, yeah. So I've been watching that, and then I started watching Imposters, which kept showing up on Netflix. So
Yeah.
and that one's kind of pretty good too. I'm almost done with that one. Um, but like, yeah. So that's where I am, binging wise. We could talk about random randomness because this next part I'm going to talk about is random randomness.
Randomly, I already told you guys, but it's Gabe's birthday today. He's 16. He doesn't really want to take driver's ed. What is with today's youth that they don't want to take driver's ed? It's weird. He's afraid, I think.
Yeah.
We're going to see Endgame tonight. So he's very excited to see
I saw it over the weekend. It's really good.
Yeah, he's like, all my friends have been seeing it, and blah blah blah. Like he was mad they didn't see it, but I was gone. I went to also randomly went to Crafters Retreat up north this weekend, Thursday through Sunday. It was lots of fun. Um, I carted up a bunch of stuff, Rolex, bats. I'm going to try and slowly put them into the shop over the next few weeks. Oh, I also learned how to embroider. You
Huh?
talk. I'm gonna go get it. I totally forgot about it.
Okay. So I have I just came back from a show, and then Tuesday I was kind of sick, which was not fun. Like just cold and not feeling good. So I just slept that whole day, which is also why I watched through a lot of TV. Um, so yeah, but this weekend is the formal dance at the school. So
Ooh,
Andy and I are chaperoning that. That's gonna be fun. Um, but Bella's going because she's on the student council. She's like the secretary or something. Um, so she got this red dress. Actually, we got this red dress at Goodwill for $12.50. It's like a super cute dress, and she is like tall and skinny, and she looks really cute in it. So yesterday I was running around. I met up with my friend who sells paparazzi, and I had bought like this choker, and I was gonna give her these earrings, but then the choker came with earrings, so she's gonna wear that instead.
it's paparazzi a jewelry thing?
Yeah, it's like $5 jewelry.
Oh, okay. I was like, I have not heard of this.
So she, um, here is the dress. I'm like finding a picture. So this is the dress, and her coloring's like Andy, so she looks really good in red and stuff. So yeah, it's really cute, and I'm sure I'll post pictures of it. But so I went to paparazzi, and then I went to Walmart to find her like a strapless bra,
Mm-hmm.
and let me just say they have like not much. So I found one, and then I got like those water boob cup things, so that because she's 14 and she's still young. So I was like, to actually wear a dress like that, you kind of have to have some sort of boob. So I got her like inserts,
That's so funny.
which is kind of funny. But anyways, so that's what I did yesterday. So today, after we're done podcasting, I have to go grocery shopping.
Fun. Oh,
So much fun.
I learned how to embroider. I've always wanted to. I ordered like two. This towel's dirty because I hung it up right away. I ordered a bunch of things like the Bonnet Girls, and towels. Like I think it was 2 years ago for Christmas, and I like gifted it to either the girls or myself. I don't know. I think it might have been myself, and I just kept them, but I never did it. So at Crafters Retreat, a friend of mine there, Jane, she had this one all like iron, the pattern ironed out. But she's like, here, you do this one. So like I sat there and I did the kitten. It's like super simple, but like it was just fun.
That
And,
is.
but yeah, so it's just a kitty washing dishes. Um, it was cool. I felt accomplished and like skilled.
That is awesome. So it's always fun to learn a new thing.
It is. Um,
So that's
that,
all the randomness I have to talk about.
that was that. Um, yeah, Crafters Retreat. Did I say? I carted a bunch of stuff. That's pretty much all I did. And that. I knit a tiny little bit. I didn't bring my.
Like break month is boring for us. We are sorry, we're boring.
Well, I could show lots of the stuff that I carted. I have.
But I mean, that's I don't think people mind because when we get in under an hour, I think they're cool. But go ahead and show.
Well, we don't have to. But I have some lots of Rolex. I have some that I'm gonna do fractal packs.
Fun.
Um, and then I have some bats that are like gonna be Tweety. They're like art bats. I don't know.
That's cool. I like
Lots of
that.
stuff. Lots of stuff. I'm excited.
So,
Yeah, I wanted to kind of like build up my base and slowly add it to the shop so that I could up regularly. And I was going to do that on Monday, but it has been rainy and gloomy here and cold. Like our heat has been kicking on. That's how cold it is. Crazy. It's like 40 out. It's not cold.
meanwhile, in Pennsylvania, it's 70 something.
I am jealous.
It's like so hot that I was like,
Oh, I'm not jealous.
I was like, oh, it's so hot. I need to wear shorts. or capris. I don't really do shorts. But I don't have any in the size I'm in now.
That's exciting, though.
It kind of,
Sort of.
but I have to like buy some, so that's not that exciting.
That's
But
not.
I did go kind of crazy yesterday buying things. I stopped at the mall and they have a bookstore, so I finally got this book. It's by Maria Emmerich,
Yes.
and I they had like all of her books. So they had the Instant Pot one, the restaurant one, which I was gonna get them, but they are $35. So I just bought this one because I know that there was stuff in here that I wanted to make. Um, and personally, I don't need an Instant Pot book because I know I can just put stuff in the Instant Pot and cook it.
I have like all these tabs in here that of stuff I want to try.
Yeah. So that I got that, and then Andy wanted this American. This guy wrote this book about the hidden history of America or something history thing. So I treated him to that. Um, and he
Joe's
was
been
really
reading a
good.
lot.
Like he's really good about coming with me to shows and helping. So and I get like really stressed and
I'm sure.
like setting up. So this one was the one this weekend was in Powhatan, Virginia, and it was outside. And I was stressing because last year at this show, some people's tents blew away. And I was stressing because I remember last year, even with the weights that I had made, it was moving a lot. So I bought those twist in the ground dog tie outs and
Okay.
ratchet straps to secure the top of it down with the weights. Um, and that actually worked really good. But Andy was really good about setting all of that up for me, and
That's awesome.
he helped a lot. So it was just nice, you know. And so I was like, I will buy you this book, and I will not buy myself another cookbook. So, anyways, I just bought one cookbook. So it's kind of cool. So I'm excited to try. I kind of like got really excited. I forget what came up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to make this.
The biscuits and gravy is really good.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
I made that for us on Christmas.
That's awesome.
Only I use
There's
half
a ton
the
of stuff
amount
here
of
that I'm
cream
gonna just
cheese.
have to try. Um, yeah. So,
Fun.
anyways, that's pretty much all I've been doing. And we are gonna stop boring you guys and let you guys go craft.
Yes,
And we will see you in 2 weeks,
with lots of things done.
hopefully. See you guys later.
Bye.